Where's my coffee? Definitely need it right now. A few things moving this morning, which is good news. I have MGRX, which I'm in right now. It moved a lot in after hours, went from 43 cents up to 79 cents. So that was a nice little 100% move. And it just broke the pre-market high this morning. So I like that. Even though it is a little bit cheaper, I generally try to stick to over 50 cents. I mean, it's over 50 cents now, but still. ENSC, I was trading earlier. I had a really good trade on it, and then I had a big loss as it came down. So I'm out of that one for right now. CELZ is another one I've been trading this morning. WYHG also moving. Let me drink some coffee. I need coffee. But yes, I'm watching MGRX on the 5 and 15 minute and 1 minute really. All the time frames. User says 2 good arguments there. What do you mean? Good morning, Andrew. As far as coffee, is that the argument that you're talking about? But and of course, Mo hasn't got out of bed. So is anybody surprised by that? No. It's a little hot. Mo. Look at him. What a lazy fool. Caught in the act. Look how guilty he looks right there. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, this is the tiny home. Back in time, they call it. He is definitely a slacker. Yeah. Exactly. He is slacking big time. All right, MGRX, let me see your 5-minute chart. The hell is that shit? Disappointing. Sure, most of you can relate. Weird. Thank you, Andrew. Before anybody discovers me. What the fuck? All right, I'm still down a little bit in CELZ, but this still has pretty nice big green candles, so I think we could recover. I'd like to see it break the pre-market high of 137. I think this still has room to go. You chased him off, Andrew, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. That was kind of weird. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates, my chat room, basically. Okay, so watching MGRX and CELZ. Let's look at them. Let me try this coffee again. It's probably... There's some creamers over there. I wonder... I'm too lazy to get up. There's too many cords in my way. Well, it's not great. I can tell you that. The coffee. ENSC, since I already have that pulled up, I'm not in it right now. It did dump quite a bit. It had news at 8:08 this morning. It completed a biopharma acquisition. And it arranged some financing for a drug. It has a 15 million share float and a 2.63% short float. And La Jolla, California? Yes, that's where it's based out of, La Jolla. MGRX is on the move again. Mangoceuticals. I wonder if they use mangoes in their drugs. Interesting. News at 7:07 a.m. Merger partner Nuclear Energy signs non-binding MOU. So a non-binding agreement. That's not as exciting of a news as, you think it is. But whatever. Short float is 1.42, 14 million float. And let me see the chart. Oh wait, where is it based out of? Texas. Dallas, Texas on that one. MGRX. We're in it to win it. That's what we're in it for. AJP says trading biotech at 6 a.m. is a cheat code. I don't know about that, considering, this news didn't come out until 7 or 8, but you do you. Whatever works for you, my friend. And MGRX was also moving in after hours more than it was moving this morning already. So, whatever. Whatever. CELZ. Let's look at that one. Good morning, Brandon. Hello, Matimba. Interesting name. Oh, LZ, not F. You guys are distracting me. LZ. CELZ. This one had news at 4 a.m. Hey, you could have traded this one earlier than, that news is really freaking early. Patent allowance for diabetes exosome therapy sparks the surge. 4.7 million share float, 1.62 short float. And based in Phoenix, Arizona. So American stocks instead of the Chinese crap. Like usual. So there you have it. We're just waiting around to see what happens. Have I got my toes out? I have slippers on. Skell says, can I have mod? Are you asking to be a moderator on my fucking chat room? And I don't know who you are, where you come from, what you're about. No, it's too early to be asking that. And I don't know who you are. I'm not going to let some random person moderate my chat. I have made people moderator that I thought I could trust before, and they've kind of screwed me over. So, not screwed me over, but they didn't do a good job. What the fuck? Oh, I read that wrong. He says, you have the same brass bed as my grandma. This is not my bed. This is an Airbnb. And it's obviously, vintage. It's called Back in Time. So yes, maybe your grandma did have this bed, but it's not my bed. Andrew says, why are people asking to be a moderator? I'm happy just to enjoy the show. I don't really know. I don't really get that. I've had random people who want to moderate my channel and then they abuse their power. So I don't really understand it. I don't know if people just, like the control or something. I'm not really sure. Of somebody else's channel. Why don't you just go start your own fucking YouTube channel? Moderate your own channel. I don't know. Very strange, right? I don't get it. But you know what? I've accepted the fact that there's a lot of people in this world I don't understand. And some people you don't want to understand. You know what I mean? You don't want to know how their brain works. Andrew says, I have enough headache and power in life, don't need more. Well, I think you answered your own question there, because maybe some people don't have any of that, so they want some. You know what I mean? I think that's really what it's about. I'll never understand why people ask, what is this channel about? Why can't you just go look for yourself before you join the chat? why are you burdening me with explaining what my channel's about when everybody else here in the chat knows what it's about? What does my show do? I guess you guys didn't read the title of the live stream or like the name of my channel or anything. It screams laziness. We have a lot of really immature people in the chat right now. I'm not even reading your comments. I'm just banning you, just so you know if you have something really annoying or immature to say. Oh, Andrew says, yeah, I creeped here for like a month listening when driving home before I even spoke on here. You know, I was thinking about that the other day, and I imagine that there's probably a lot of people that do that, that just sit around watching, because I know I do it with channels. Like, I'll just kind of hang out watching for a while before I speak. You know, a lot of people do that. I think that's kind of normal. Ew. Did somebody really just call me baby? Gross. And if you're writing in another language, obviously I speak English, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna be able to read your comment. Let's just go to subscriber only mode because we're getting a lot of crap in here. It's too early for this shit and I haven't had enough coffee. Can I just talk about stocks and not have people write annoying shit in the chat? No. It's YouTube. Not gonna happen. More coffee. Ugh. So yeah, CELZ MGRX is kind of what I'm looking at. I just looked up PPCB. That popped up. It's nothing. Waiting to see if ENSC has a turnaround. That's what I'm looking at this morning. CELZ is currently in a pullback, but it's holding VWAP nicely, which I like. But, you know, the volume's kind of light. I would like to see a little surge in volume here. For fuck's sake. Oops. Okay, I guess this person wants to. If you spam the chat with a bunch of emojis, you're also going to get put in timeout. Good morning, Daniel. Finally, a normal comment. It's a miracle. I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little tired. I just woke up not too long ago. And just trying to trade some stocks. But things have kind of stalled out for the moment. We had some movement not too long ago. ENSC has a, oh, they just disappeared. A fake wall. It was a fake wall. There was a 30,000 share buyer that just disappeared. Daniel loves my nails. Thank you for that. Ew, I don't like your comments. Bye. Thank God I have so many lovely subscribers on my channel who join my chats, and I don't have to talk to people who are rude, inappropriate, or annoying. Just so you know. If you're going to be any of those three, then just fuck off, please. Now, if you're here to talk about stocks or you're a financial submissive, then we can chat. Or if you're just here for the entertainment, that's fine too. Good morning, Jay. But the rest of the people coming in my chat asking if I'm bushy or shaved can get fucked. You know what I mean? It's none of your business. That's what it is. I don't know if other girls answer those stupid questions, but I find them abhorrent. So. And I made Daniel laugh. That's good. That is partially my goal. I obviously have a very dry sense of humor, especially when I don't have enough coffee. So, and don't you dare tell me to fucking smile. Because it's, well, it's actually almost 9 o'clock in the morning, so I should be a little bit more awake than I am, but I'm not. So, I'm not fucking smiling, okay? The coffee is not kicked in. I have not eaten breakfast. Fuck. So, it's not smiley time, okay? WYHG just popped up on my scanner again. Daniel says, your humor is amazing. My type of humor. Well, then you're in the right place. Now, if you are a pathetic little man who lives in his mom's basement with a 2-inch shrimp and no friends, who likes to troll people's channels and say stupid shit to try to get attention, then this channel is not for you. You can take that shit somewhere else. And maybe, I don't know, women who are younger than me might be impressed with it or shocked. I am neither. I am indifferent and not going to even acknowledge you. So just letting you know now. You're wasting your time. But we are here to talk about stocks. Ooh, CELZ is having a moment. I told you I was waiting for a little volume surge. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for it. I'm still down a little bit. Maybe I should have bought more while it was down. Where's the chart? Pre-market high is 137. I would love to see a break of that. But, you know, I don't always get what I want. Just most of the time. Most of the time. So today is the last day of my trip. I am currently in Amelia Island, Florida, and I head back to my house today. So that's the plan. I'm going to sit here and day trade. I don't have to check out until 12. So I'm going to be a little lazy. And I don't know, do I check out Amelia Island a little bit before I leave? Or do I just head back? That's a decision that I have to make. Daniel says, I'm getting log cabin vibes. So, okay, so this is a tiny home. It's an Airbnb. The last one I have stayed in, this is the 18th Airbnb I've stayed in the last month. This is number 18, in case you were wondering. And how many? This place is really cool. I took videos and photos. I think I'm going to do a whole YouTube video just on the places I've stayed. And hopefully that's allowed and I won't get in trouble for doing that. But I'll just show you around a little bit really quick. Hold on, let me shrink you. This is the AC unit. No, I'm just kidding. You don't care about that. There's Mo in the bed. He's still sleeping. We don't want to disturb him. And then, as you can see, some of the little antique trinkets. There's the coffee bar. The little vintage style fridge. I guess I could just turn you around like this. There. And there's the sink in the bathroom. And then we've got some stuff up there. It's really cute. And then some old ass looking paintings on the wall. And then the yard is really cute too. They did a good job. And they're a very sweet couple that own this place. I did lock myself out last night. So there's that. They had to come open the door. Daniel says, I live in my Orlando. You can use my Airbnb in Miami whenever you need. Don't tempt me. I will. I will go use it. Although I don't like driving down to Miami because people are crazy. The drivers are crazy there. I almost got ran off the road last time I went down to Miami. So, but, you know, I do like going to the Keys and stuff like that. So, got to go through Miami. Just got to maybe take a chill pill or something before you drive through that traffic. It's a little intense. ENSC is coming back up. Let me check the chart. I did bail on this. I'm probably going to regret it. Well, let's see if it gets above VWAP. VWAP is at 64.75. And we've got a minute and a half left on the 5-minute chart. I don't know about this one because it had a lot of selling volume. That's what concerns me. I don't know if it's going to continue up or what's going to go on. So we're just watching. Good morning, Paxton. And Boxing Dervish, long time no see. Roto is here. Welcome. Yes, I'm a little tired today, but making it through. Oh. Dervish says, I also got interested in day trading just watching you. I feel like that's a few people on the channel, actually. Aaron just sent a $6.72 USD super chat and says, hello, ma'am. Please have a nice coffee. Your eating streams have been good. You are natural at mukbangs. What the fuck does that mean? I have to look it up. I've never heard this word before. Mukbangs. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on, we're gonna look it up. Mukbangs. Anyways, Andrew says, I think when people eat. It says a mukbang is a type of online video where a host eats a large amounts of food while talking to viewers. I don't really think I'm eating large amounts of food, but okay. Not really what I was going for. Paxton says that's a new word for me and I hate it. I don't really care for it either. Yeah, that's not what I was going for. I actually don't like eating on camera, but there have been a couple times where I wanted to share my meal, and that's the only reason that you see me eating on camera, but I guess this guy likes it, but I wouldn't say I'm eating large amounts of food, but okay, whatever. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Aaron says not necessarily large amounts, just any eating videos, okay? Andrew says, I think loudly and I can't stand hearing people chew. Yeah. Well, hopefully you haven't been able to hear me chew in my videos. And I try to chew with my mouth closed, you know? But that's why I don't like eating on camera. But, you know, like last night I was live streaming and my food came. So what am I supposed to do? I was enjoying the stream. So it is what it is. Can I sing? No, we talked about this last night. I cannot sing. You do not want to hear me sing. People, like I said before, people would probably pay me to stop singing, to be honest. He's listening to Another One Bites the Dust. Have I ever heard of it? Of course I have. Of course I've heard that song. It's a great song. All right, MGRX is coming back up. Let me check the chart. MGRX. It feels a lot earlier than 9 o'clock in the morning. It feels like it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I do know why I'm so tired. I'm very tired. But thankfully today's drive is not nearly as long as yesterday. Yesterday's drive was like almost 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours. It was a long drive. Hello, Jonathan from Sweden. Boxing Dervish says, it is easy, not that difficult. If you know how to breathe from diaphragm, you can sing. Okay, well, I guess I don't because, I don't know, my singing's terrible. It is what it is. I'm not trying to be a good singer. It's not really something that interests me to begin with. Oh. Now Andrew's confessing that he has OCD tics, and that's one of them. Interesting. Also, I realize the lighting sucks in here, and it would be nice. Actually, maybe this will help. Not really. I have a light in the car, but I'm clearly too lazy to go get it. Hello, Javed, Havid. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm just covering all my bases. Boxing Dervish. So do you spend time learning how to sing? Just curious. Can I speak other languages? I speak a little Spanish. I speak more than I understand. Ever developed an intuition from day trading? What? I actually have a very strong, I think it's more of like a women's intuition, though. And I feel like as I've gotten older, I've learned to listen to said intuition and not to ignore it. I feel like a lot of times we brush off our intuition, and you should not do that. I don't know about related to day trading, but I would say when it comes to day trading, there's times where I can see a stock and I'm like, yeah, this thing's going to move up, or it's looking like it's going to do this. But I mean, I'm not always right. So, Boxing Dervish does karaoke. Well, we were talking about karaoke in last night's live stream. You missed out. I told a somewhat sad karaoke story, not about me singing, about somebody else. And she got us kicked out of a bar, essentially. Hello, Brennan. He says, hello, Godness. Anthony, I'm not sure why you're sharing this story with us, but I'm sorry to hear about your finger cut. I'm glad you put hydrogen peroxide on it. You don't want an infection, do you? No, you don't. So, maybe also a little Neosporin. You know what I mean? Depending on how bad. Do I like fast food or organic? What? I mean, occasionally I'll eat fast food. I mean, been eating it more because I'm on vacation traveling. But normally I eat fast food maybe once every couple months. Maybe not even that. All right. Hold on now. CELZ. Are we going to break the pre-market high, 137? We're at 123 with a nice little surge in volume. I like that. I do like that a lot. I like it a lot. Let me narrow out my position here a little bit. We'll get out at there. That many shares. What am I in at? Okay. So we'll see what happens here. Brennan says, Godness, I'm caged up for you. Okay. This is quite disrespectful because I don't know who you are. You've never served me. Don't tell me that you're caged for me because you're not caged for me. You're not serving properly. You've never approached properly. So this is quite disrespectful to say that you're caged for me. You're not. I don't know who you are. Andrew says, just use super glue and black electric tape. No. No. Aram says, question, would you date a guy that does a white circle and a blue circle? I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody else in the chat knows what that means and can explain it to me. Daniel's also confused. JJ says, I have brilliant deductions. I don't remember what I just said 2 minutes ago, but I'm glad that you think so. Oh. Boxing Dervish says, right now I am reading with the help of ChatGPT how to do technical analysis, risk management, and patterns. Have you seen my playlist that I made on here? I have all that in my playlist too. You should go check it out. Well, I was going to say if you drive, you could just listen to it, but no, you really need to actually like see some of the videos with the chart patterns. Brennan says, Godness, you are everything I need to serve you. Well, you know, the proper way to approach me is to send my $50 initial tribute and then to message me on any of my platforms or email me. You will also need to verify that you're over 18. If you are not 18 or over, then I will not be speaking to you. That is the proper way to approach me if you want to discuss serving me, but this is not the place to discuss serving me. Boxing Dervish says, really, you have a playlist for that? Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, it's not me in the videos. I don't teach day trading. It's just the videos, some of the videos that I learned from. If you, it sounds like you're just learning, but if you stick with it, then one thing that I think is essential if you are day trading specifically, not necessarily swing trading, but day trading, you really need a scanner. That's how I find all my stocks that are moving. And the one I use is Thinkorswim, and I think I have a video on that playlist for how to set up the Thinkorswim scanner. And I'm not that great with technology, so if I can fucking figure it out, you can figure it out. ENSC, moving again. I am now regretting getting out of my position earlier, but I was being safe because it was dropping. I didn't like that high volume red candle right there. I didn't like it at all. Let's see what the level 2 looks like on here. Not that great. Not that great, really. I don't know. ENSC. Is it worth getting in again? I just really don't like that high volume. It doesn't have that high of short float. I don't know how it got sold off so crazy, unless it's like naked shorting. But it is moving up now. Yeah, it says that it only has a 2.63% short float, so it's got to be like naked shorting or something earlier, which is why I'm hesitant to get in it right now because I feel like it's going to get rejected. I don't even think it's going to get to the pre-market high. I think this is a fake out, a fake move, trying to trap more buyers. That's what I think. I hope I'm wrong. Boxing Dervish says, thanks for teaching the difference between trading and investment. A lot of people get confused with that. Yes, they do. They think it's the same thing. It's totally different. Trading is getting in and out of a stock. You're not investing. You don't give a shit about the company. You don't need to know anything about the company. Investing is where you really want to study a company before you take a long-term position. And then there's gambling. A lot of people think day trading is gambling. It's not. Paxton says my work calls always get in the way of me chatting on here. Well, it sounds like you need to just quit your job then. You just quit your job and listen to me all morning. There we have it. I've made the decision for you. ENSC, fuck you. Fuck you and your big move. You turd. I'm pissed about that. Clearly. Not happy about it. Fine. I'll nibble. No, I'm going to wait for a pullback. I'm going to wait for a pullback on ENSC. I don't trust this shit. I want a 1 minute pullback before I get in. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Isn't that a song? See, you got some singing right there. You're so lucky. Boxing Dervish says, in your opinion, how long does it take to learn theory? Well, it depends on how much time you dedicate to it. You know what I mean? A while. Brennan says, all my money goes to Godness. You are 2 seconds away from getting banned for being a despicable liar. I don't know who you are. You've never served me. Don't pretend like you serve. Where am I? Girl? I am in Amelia Island, Florida, currently. Good morning, Matt. Aram says, well, get to work, boy. I don't know who he's talking to, but that was kind of funny. It made me chuckle inside. I'm not awake enough to really laugh out loud. More coffee. More coffee. Fuck. I'm not even supposed to be drinking coffee today. I don't know who Gremmy's talking to. Does Gremmy stand for gremlin? Because I have a gremlin in the bed right now. You two would probably get along. All right. Fuck Ian SC and your shit. And you're so pissed I sold this. Ugh. This is stupid. Yeah. Gremmy, I said, who are you talking to? You said, I heard McDonald's is hiring right now. If you're talking to me, you're 2 seconds away from getting banned off the channel. If you're talking to somebody in the chat, I still don't like it. But I want to know what you're talking about. Boxing Dervish says, as per ChatGPT, it told me to keep a journal of every trade you do and then make analysis of it. Yes, that's a very good idea. If you make like thousands of trades and make analysis, you will learn faster. Yes, that's true. I think that's a good idea. Mason says, I'm summoning good luck. Hopefully. Okay. Boxing Dervish says, like they say, you can't learn to swim unless you go into water. Go in water. Boxing Dervish, I'm sure you've heard me talk about that you should start trading with paper trading, not regular money, correct? Do not do real money until you've paper traded for quite a while first, because you will lose money. Webull has a paper trading section that you can use. A lot of platforms do. I like Webull's paper trading. For fuck's sake. Imagine being such a loser that you take the time to subscribe to my channel just to come on here and say some stupid shit that nobody cares about and then get banned. Go back to your mom's basement and grow a, well, something other than a shrimp. How's that? I can't say the word on here. Ooh, ENSC, I'm glad I did not get in it. It's going back down. Not surprised. Boxing Dervish says, what is paper trading? I will look into it. Paper trading, I've showed it on the channel many times. If you go in the app, there's a section for paper trading. It's essentially just fake money. So you can put trades, you can execute trades, but it's not real money. So you start with like a certain amount. I think in Webull you can like just put it to any amount that you want. I usually start with $25,000 and then I try to get like over 100,000 before I reset it. Matt says, is your trip winding down? Yes, today I am headed home. I've already wound down almost completely all the way down. I'm headed home today. And I talked to Mo about it. I don't think he really wants to go home. I think he just wants to keep traveling. Should we have a chat with him real quick? And you can tell me what he thinks. He does understand a lot of English. And I just feel like his reaction is, okay, you guys want to talk to him for a minute? Hold on, let's move over to the bed. And you can see what I mean. Lost a slipper. What is on the floor? Okay. Mo, we need to have a chat. Okay, so today we're going home. See, he doesn't look very excited about that. Did you like the long trip with mommy? Huh? You liked it? Tail wants to wag. Did you like the long trip? You want to do another long trip? You did the car rides, and we did lots of hiking, and you got to go kayaking. Yeah. So, okay, sit down. Let me ask you this. Sit. Listen. Now, do you want to go home, or you want to go on another long trip? All right, let's try this again. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, now listen. Do you want to go on long trip? Or you want to go home? Okay, that's not a solid answer, is it? Hold on. Wait. Okay, Mama. Today we go home. Do you want to go on a long trip? Or you want to go home? I think he's confused now. He's not going to bite me right now. He's happy. He's a happy puppy. He's a happy puppy. He liked the long trip with Mommy. You like to go kayaking and you liked all the hiking. We did lots of hiking, even though you were in the backpack for most of it. Oh, wow, that is rank. That is, oh, I'm going to go throw up now. You have stinky breath. How can something so cute smell so bad? Can somebody tell me that, please? He's part Chihuahua. Aram says, he's like, I want to spend your money on another trip. Not my money, your money. Duh. Which is essentially my money. Okay, Mama, let's try one more time. Today we're going home. Do you want to go on another long trip? Did you like the long trip? Or you want to go home? Not getting much of a response. But I think what I can gather from this is that he's not like overly excited to go home. I don't think that's what we're seeing here. Yes. All right, you can go back to bed. Unless you want to get up. You need to get up? You want to get up, puppy? You going to lay in bed a little bit longer, lazy? Huh? You be lazy puppy in bed? Okay. You can't jump off this bed. You'll break a leg. You want me to put you down? Now he looks like he might bite me. You want to stay in the bed? All right, I'll walk away. If you look like you're going to jump, don't jump. Then I'll come rescue you. There's a puppy in the bed. Okay. Now, where were we? Just reading the chat. Have I seen the Perez Hilton video? No. Is that Chihuahua? He's part Chihuahua. I think that's what you meant. That's not how you spell Chihuahua. Good morning, Jason. Where did I travel to? Ooh, Brennan's on thin ice with some of the shit he's saying, to be honest with you. Mason says, what is your favorite type of coffee? Who cares? Who cares? I like espresso, but I don't really drink it as much anymore. It's fucking stupid. All right. CELZ. We'll see what happens with this when the market opens. I thought I was going to do a little bit better. I'm quite disappointed. I'm trying to see when this... Oh. It said that news just came out at 9:15. I didn't really see a move in the stock. But it says Creative Medical Technology Holdings, which is CELZ, receives notice of allowance of new U.S. patent covering exosome-based immunotherapy. It says that just came out at 9:15. Let me see if that's saying the same thing over here. Oh. No, I'm not seeing that same news article on Webull, but it's on FinViz. So let me refresh. I don't know if that's new news or not. It says today, 9:15 a.m. Well, whatever. There wasn't really a reaction from the stock, that's for sure. So we have 7 minutes until the market opens. Hopefully that's new news and it'll help move the stock. Oh. Boxing says coffee gets him too much excited. I don't think you're meaning excited the way I'm thinking. When I say excited, I'm not talking about what you're talking about. Toby Schnoodle. I love that name. I love Schnoodle. I don't love Schnoodle, but I like that word. I don't know what Schnoodle is, but he says, I had a 27% return yesterday on one trade, then 6% on another. That's great. That's good. I mean, it could be better, to be honest with you, but any percentage return that's positive and not negative is great. Okay, I guess Brennan wants to be banned from the channel. He's not listening. I told him he has to serve properly if he wants to speak to me like that, and he's not listening, so goodbye. Josh UFO says SpaceX in quotes. Why are you quoting that? I heard SpaceX isn't doing too well. I haven't checked it lately. Should we take a look since you brought it up? And just so you know, if there's any particular stocks that you want to discuss, I prefer low float movers instead of large float stocks that don't move. But if there's any stocks that you're curious about, I can always look them up. SpaceX. SpaceX. Oh my. Yeah, this is looking shit. I haven't checked this in a while. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably a good long-term investment, but I don't know if it's hit the bottom yet, to be honest with you. It is at the bottom, really. 106, 107-ish is where it's kind of hanging out. It had a high of 126. What was that, yesterday? Or the day before, I'm not sure. But the high for this was 225 a couple weeks ago. So it is definitely kind of in the dumpster, I think you could say. It is a small dumpster fire, you know. Schnoodle says, I had a half schnauzer and half poodle growing up, so I called him Schnoodle. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Mo loves poodles. He's part poodle, actually. I read you his genetic heritage a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what the percentage is off the top of my head, but he's a significant part poodle, actually. He looks nothing like a poodle, but he loves poodles. He loves them. He's very attracted to poodles. And what's the one that starts with an M? The little white dogs. You know what I'm talking about. White dog Maltese. That's what I was trying to think of. And Shih Tzus. He loves Shih Tzus. Anywho, we have 4 minutes until the market opens. I have a couple stocks I'm holding that I wish I wasn't holding. But such is life. Maltese, yes, exactly. He loves the Maltese. He loves little white dogs. He's very picky. He does not like other Chihuahuas. He doesn't like old dogs. He doesn't like puppies. He doesn't like old people or children. Aram, this is like, okay. Aram, I'm going to give you a little life lesson, free of charge. You're welcome. He says, where's your husband at? Why would you assume that I'm married? And A, why would you assume that I'm married? And B, why would you like ask where my husband is? That's very kind of fucking weird. It's annoying. Hello, Trevi. Yes, I do day trade. That's what we're talking about here. JJ says day trading is the path to financial freedom. Well, tell that to the schlops who come in my chat and say shit like, I don't know, people say the stupidest shit about trading, don't they? They tell me I should do options. They tell me I should buy gold. They tell me I should do crypto. They tell me I should do this. They tell me I should keep your shit unsolicited advice to yourself. You do whatever the fuck works for you, and I'll do what works for me. But yes, I agree, JJ, that day trading can be the path to financial freedom if you put the time and work in and you're smart about it. What's my focus on today? I'm looking at MGRX, CELZ, ENSC, and kind of WY. HG, but not really. That's what I'm looking at. G-Sun also just popped up, but I think that one's a super cheap stock, and it doesn't really do anything usually. Yeah, 62 cents. I mean, MGRX is a cheap stock, as is ENSC, but at least they had good moves. G-Sun is up 17, 18% in the last 5 minutes or so. So there you have it. I wouldn't trade that. I doubt it even has any news. We're going to look. Does G-Sun have any news? Probably not. No. Hasn't had news since February. It's a Chinese stock. They're just pumping it up to take your money, probably. I'll be honest. LPSN, I haven't seen this one yet. Just popped up on my pre-market gapper scanner. Fuck G-Sun. What was it? LPS to the N. Live person. Has no volume. No thank you. I don't trade stocks that have no volume because they're boring. They don't move. They just sit there. And it can be hard to get in and out of. That's really the reason. I don't trade that shit. You gotta have volume. AZI is another one that was moving this morning. YXT had a huge drop this morning. Does not look good. Doesn't look good at all. I'm sticking with CELZ and MGRX, I think. Methinks. I think they both had news. Oh, there's the bell. I didn't think we were that close, but alas, I guess we are. All right, so watching MGRX, CELZ, I feel like, generally speaking, a little 5-minute drop is pretty normal in the first few minutes of the market opening. If a stock is up, usually the stocks I'm looking at are up at least 10%, sometimes much more than the previous day. So a lot of times right when the stock market opens, people are taking profit who have been holding the stock. And then after they take profit, you see the stocks start to move up. But not always. Do I expect the S&P to reach 7.5 this year? I don't fucking know. I don't care about the S&P. That doesn't really apply to my strategy, but, you know, if you have a retirement account, I hope for you it does. I don't give a shit. I'm watching CELZ. I want a break of the pre-market high. That's what I want. That's what I want. 15-minute chart. Yes, pre-market high 137. Let's go. Do it. Do it. It's at 122 so far. MGRX is making a little move. Let's break some freaking pre-market highs for the love of God. MGRX, Mangoceuticals. I really need to know if they use mango in their drugs. Can anybody look that up and tell me? I need to know. Are there mangoes in the drugs? I am going to close half my position in Mangoceuticals because I want to be safe. I want to lock in that profit, you know what I mean? Gotta lock it in. Or put the order in too late and then it dumps. Cool. Fucked hard. I'm just kidding. It didn't dump that much. It just had a little pullback. I'll live. I'll be okay. CELZ still moving up. I don't know if we're going to get to the pre-market high, but I sure hope so. You know I want to break that pre-market high. But we did get a rather hard rejection at 137, so anything could happen. So just waiting and watching. Andrew says he's back. How are things? Just waiting and watching. Wait, what's going down? CLZ. Let's see. Trevi says, apparently, hold on. Apparently, America is selling euros to pay debt, and Japan is possibly looking at a bond dump of American debts, which could be a good trade. Okay, well, I don't really understand that, but I hope it works out for you. I hope that's good for you. I'll never understand, like, there's so many traders that, like, want other people to lose, and I'll never understand that. Why would you want somebody else to lose? Why can't we just be happy for everybody and want everybody to do well? Can't we be nice and support each other? Support other people? Why do we have to beat other people down? You know? Just saying. I'm not really into the beating other people down type thing. This is not my style. I'll tell you what I am into. Doggy cuddles. He's looking right at you guys. Look at him. He doesn't want to go home. Look at him. He doesn't want to go home. He wants to stay right there in that bed. We're going to get home and he's going to be not happy and probably harassing me constantly because he wants to go on another trip. This is the problem. I've spoiled him. I know I've spoiled him. And now that I've spoiled him with this trip, he's going to expect it all the time. Look at him. He's listening. He knows exactly what I'm saying. All hail, Mo. Get on your knees for my dog. Look at him. He's regal. He's fucking regal. What the fuck? CELZ. 5-minute chart. AZI. In the meantime, holy crap. What are you doing? You're up 10% in a minute. WTF. I want in. I want some of AZI, but I feel like when I get in, it's going to drop. I hope not. I hope it just keeps going up like that. No, not AXI, AZI. MGRX is headed down too. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And we're 5 minutes in. This should not be happening. We are going the wrong direction. I would like us to go the other direction. MGRX. What the fuck? All right, well, we'll give them a couple minutes to turn their shit around. I'm watching AZI. I have not gotten into it. I'm nervous. I'll take a small position. Just a little baby one. There we go. That little boop is so satisfying. Boop. Isn't it? Ooh, my back itches. Have I made any trades due to the war? Yeah, I mean, I've traded oil. BATL, TPET. What else? There's a couple other ones I traded. Not recently. Josh says the market reached a new high yesterday. Yeah, I think I saw something about that. It was going crazy. But that doesn't always affect what I'm trading. Okay, now I have profit in AZI, so I'm selling that. It's just a little scalp trade. Nothing crazy. There's that satisfying little bloop again. Boop. I don't know anything about AZI, but I guess I should look it up because it is moving. It's one of the biggest movers right at the moment. AZI. Atazi Internet Technology Global had news at 9:30. Oh, 931, no clear catalyst identified for this surge, so that's not good. 0.41% short float, so not like a big short float. 4.41 million share float, so smaller float, no surprise, that's why it's moving. And it is Chinese, so gotta be careful with this one. No news, no catalyst, but it's moving. That's a Chinese stock for you. And then it'll crash into oblivion. AZI INLF also hit my scanner. You know what? My phone's charged enough. I don't need to hold it all the way over there. INLF. INLF. Oh, look at you. Look at you and your little move. That's cute. INLF. What's up, puppy? Are you ready to get out of bed? You don't look like you are. You're just staring at me. INLF. Pre-market high is at 624. It's at 548 right now. AZI is still moving. Do I take another trade in this? We could do a baby trade. ISPC also popped up on my scanner. A lot of stuff moving right now, which is good. I like it. I like movement. What did I say? ISPC. I specimen. That volume looks pretty shit. Yeah, I don't like the volume. I wouldn't trade that one. Not enough volume for my taste. Boring. Have I bought stocks in drone companies? I don't think so. As I've said many times, I don't invest currently. I just day trade. So maybe if you're investing, that might be something to invest in. Andrew says AZI sounds like the urinary tract infection medication. Indeed it does, but it is not. It is Autazi internet technology. But the bladder medication should have taken that ticker for sure. They lost out. Good morning, Eric. Hello to Ted. I'm not even answering that last comment. What a fucking stupid, weird fucking thing to say. AZI is pulling back as predicted because it's a Chinese garbage stock with no news. Did we really think it was going to go to the moon? Probably not. It could. And it would drop just as quickly, but it did have a high volume red candle on the 1 minute chart, and I don't like that. So I'm going to leave it alone. MGRX is coming back up. Why am I salivating so much? Probably because I need coffee. Shakina got the hint and deleted his stupid comment. A wise choice. Luke Hale, can I ask how tall you are? Why do you care? If you want to ask me a question, you have to answer a question first. Why do you care how tall I am? Are we going to get married? Are you going to be standing next to me anytime soon? I'm just curious. Answer the question. Or don't. I don't care. Don't really care. MGRX, CELZ moving up. AZI did not completely dump. It did have a high volume red candle. I wouldn't trade it. But, you know, you can if you want. You can do whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want. Luke Hale, I'm not sure how to say that, says, I hope maybe I can stand next to you and taller women are more dominant. I don't know if I agree with that statement. I think maybe you just like the feeling of women towering over you, but I would not say that taller women in general are more dominant. I actually know quite a few taller women who are kind of meek. And on the other end of that, I know several women who are very short, and I feel like the short ones tend to be a little bit more fiery, especially like the Latinas. They can be very like assertive. What do you guys think about that? I don't think taller women are necessarily assertive or dominant. Yes. Well, anyways, regardless, I'm in between. You did answer my question. I appreciate that. I'm 5'6". I am right smack in the middle at a perfectly average and satisfactory height. But I do have 8 and 9-inch heels that I like to wear, which then makes me tower over men and appear tall. Regardless, people always think I'm tall because of my personality for whatever reason. I come across as a tall person even though I am not tall. What's my type? Josh, what do you mean? What is my type? What is my type in men? Why do you care? Is my question to you. Why do you care what my type is? That's my type. That's my type. That's also a song. Ingo. I don't think it goes like that, but I just made up my own version. What are you talking about? If you're going to speak, please make sense or just don't speak. MGRX, are you going to fill my order at 6187? I hope you do. I really hope you do. It'd be good. You should do that. You should fill the order. I think it's going to happen. Let me put INLF back up here. ISPC is boring the shit out of me. Did you hear the satisfying little boop of my order filling? Wasn't that satisfying? A high of 62.92. Hold on. I need to see MGRX. 63.86. 63.80 could be a level. We're going to do 63.79 to be on the safe side. Sell. Confirm. Okay, still waiting on CELZ to get its shit together, but maybe that won't happen. CELZ. I feel like this one has random little surges of volume, so I guess I just have to wait for that to happen again. Josh says, I'm curious. Okay. What's my type in men? Well, you know, I'll tell you, but I'm going to preface it by saying that this is not a frickin' dating app. I am not here to date. I'm not here looking for a boyfriend or husband or anything like that. But you asked the question, so I'll answer it. Stop licking your paws. Do I do trading a lot during the day? No, not really. I try to be done with trading by 10 a.m. because I feel like after that the volume kind of dies down. But the market's been weird. I mean, it is summer. There's been times where around lunchtime things will get a little crazy, like 12 to 1 p.m. But then there's also sometimes a power hour, 3 to 4 p.m. that can be a little intense, but sometimes that can be a very difficult time to trade. And then sometimes in after hours, 5 to 7 p.m., there might be some moves. But generally, I try to be done trading by like 10 a.m. That's generally my goal. Ashish says, please open upper. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't know what that means. Yeah, here we go with the ignorant people who don't know what the fuck day trading is, who say that trading is like going to the casino and playing poker machines. That tells me that you're obviously ignorant and you have no idea what day trading actually is. So, you know, maybe think before you speak so you don't make yourself look like a fool. Jeffrey is getting put in timeout for spamming the chat with random emojis that I don't know what they mean. So please don't be annoying. All right, I guess I'll answer the question I really don't feel like answering. What is my type? I don't want to answer it. I really don't, because then I feel like people on here think I'm trying to date and I'm not. So And Go is being put in timeout for making comments that really aren't making a whole lot of sense and just general being annoying. Trent says, I did that Forex thing for about a month. I got up a lot of money, but then it went down a lot of money. Okay, so basically you don't know what you're doing. So you're saying that trading is gambling because you were gambling. It can be gambling if you don't know what you're doing and you're just throwing money in different random fucking things. That's gambling, 100%. But, you know, people who actually take the time to learn a strategy and learn what they're doing, that's not gambling. So thank you for clarifying that you are a gambler. But, you know, some of us are not. Josh says, you're shy. I get it. Do I strike anybody as a shy person? No. It's not because I'm shy. I just don't want people to get the wrong idea. Andrew says, understandable, not wanting to answer. Seriously get it, especially with how people are, and get ideas just because they may have one of the many things you prefer in someone. Yeah, exactly. So I don't feel like answering that. Let's check on Mo. He's hiding from you now. All right, so I'm still in MGRX, just hanging out here. And I'm still in CELZ, waiting for something to happen. Nothing's happening. What's cooking good looking? Well, there's nothing cooking because there's no stove in this place. There's a microwave and some kind of... Well, anyways, doesn't really matter. I know that's not what you meant. I'm being facetious. Here's some brochures of things to do. Do they have wild horses here? This is the second thing I've seen of horses on... We need to know this. Because this would have been... Does Amelia Island have wild horses? We need to know. GCDT just popped up on my scanner. If they do, then that might be what I'm doing this morning. Oops. Why is it taking you so long to transcribe? Figure it out. Fuck. Andrew says, you and horses ever rode before? Yeah, I mean, you know, I've done like horseback riding at places, not like, I never took lessons or anything like that, but I also had a friend in Tucson that had horses, so I went riding with her. Oh. Ah. Cumberland Island National Seashore is where the horses are. Where is that? Cumberland Island? Cumberland Island. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh. Yeah, this area does have wild horses. I did not know that. I love that. But the place that has the wild horses is like 30 minutes north of where I am. I don't know if I really can be bothered to drive 30 minutes north. I find since this is the end of the trip, I have less motivation to go do things. Oh, AZI is moving up again. Your bladder medication, Andrew. Also known as Chinese crap. Moving up again. I don't know. Do I want to take a trade in that? I don't know that it's really going to do a whole lot. It might. That is a little bit of a gamble. Jesus. Josh says, do you have an Instagram? Indeed, I do. It is Fiore the Goddess at Gmail. Let me see what else. If you think I care about your shitty opinion, I don't. So maybe just, save your breath and don't put it in the chat if you have something rude to say. Didn't you people's parents tell you if you don't have something nice, just don't say anything at all? I guess not. I'm not here to be your mom and try to correct the behavior that she was not able to teach you. But I have no patience for your shit. So take that shit somewhere else. Please and thank you. Have a nice life. Andrew says Chinese AZI probably doesn't work anyways. People suffering from UTI, no help. Well, I don't think that's what it is. We already talked about it. AZI is Autazi Internet Technology. That is the Chinese stock. It has nothing to do with bladder medication. I'm just reading the chat. Toby says, do you have any sort of rule about how much % of your portfolio per trade? I'm around 2%, but want to move up to 4%. Any advice? Thanks. I don't give formal advice about trading in general. I'm not really in a position to do that, but I would definitely say that that's smart to not do your whole account on any trade, that to keep it a certain amount. But once again, if you are new to trading, you should not be trading any real money. It should be paper trading only until you've secured a strategy that you can prove works. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting money. Whether you're trading with 2% or 4% of your account, if you don't have an established strategy, then it's not going to be working for you. As far as what I trade, yes, I do have a certain percentage that I try to stick under, but it also really depends on how things are doing that day. Some days are great, some days are terrible, some days are mediocre. I would say today's kind of mediocre because things are moving, but nothing's like really significantly moving. There's not like a solid runner that I'm seeing. Things are moving a little bit here and there. They have potential to move, but I don't think today is like a great day by any means. So I would not be taking large positions today. I would be taking smaller positions, but the position size that I take does depend on how things are moving that day, if the stock has news, how strong it is, a lot of factors. So that kind of plays more into my decision about what percentage I'm putting into that trade, if that makes sense. It's not like I have a standard, like, okay, I'm going to put this percentage into every trade, because every trade is different. And like I said, different days look different, how things are moving. So, hello, Chris. Welcome. Yeah. It is almost 10 o'clock. I feel like today might be one of those days where things move a little bit later in the day. There's really not like a whole lot of things moving right now. There's things that were moving in pre-market pretty nicely, and they're kind of stagnant right now. So today could be a day where things pop up a little bit later. What was the one? Oh my gosh. I did want to talk about, let me see if I can find it. Was it CLRO? No, I think it was something else. Was it YXT? There was a stock I was talking about yesterday that wasn't really moving in the morning, right when yeah, I think it was I think it was YXT. Yeah. YXT. Let's talk about this shit for a minute. I did want to talk about this. YXT, when the market opened yesterday, it was around $7-8, and it had a pullback. I got out because I had to check out of my Airbnb, so I stopped trading at that point. And then this thing started gapping up, halting up, and it went all the way to $20. It pulled back to $10, and then it surged all the way up to $32. So this stock went from In pre-market, it was as low as $3.62, all the way up to $30 yesterday. That was a huge move. And of course, you know, now it's pulled back all the way down to $7.24. But yes. Let me see. Boxing Dervish, you deleted one of your messages, but somebody said good job to you. So I don't know what you were talking about, that you did a good job. But he says he's having his pre-workout and today's leg day, but he's having pain in his lower abdomen on the right side. So he did shadow boxing without a warm-up. Wait, are you having pain because you did shadow boxing without a warm-up? JJ says, yes, good boy, Dervish. I'm the only person who says good boy to people on this channel, by the way. And he says, I ain't a boy. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm paraphrasing. He said grown up. I added grown ass. Any penny stock to watch out for? I mean, MGRX, CELZ is what I'm watching. Those would both be considered penny stocks. And the thing that's kind of weird to me is I always assumed a penny stock was under $1. But no. I guess technically a penny stock is anything under $3. Did you know that? Now you know. You're welcome. ENSC just came back up on the scanner. Let's see if it's doing anything now. This thing got up to almost $1. I'm so glad I took a huge loss on this earlier. That's sarcasm. Ryan says, oh my God, I have missed you and I have wanted to pray at your feet. Well, I'm surprised with all that enthusiasm that you haven't served properly yet. Interesting. People like you are all talk. Yes, Boxing Dervish says, penny stock, heard about it in the movie called Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, a lot of people don't like penny stocks, but they can be very volatile. They can have a lot of movement. That's why I like them. JJ, are you a man or woman? Somebody just messaged me on Instagram. I surely hope that they included my tribute with that message or they will not get a response, just so you know. Chris says, I love penny stocks. Hey, you know what? I like them too. But they get a bad rap. A lot of people don't like them. Put a P in the chat if you like penny stocks. Put an H if you hate them. We need to know. Paxton says, you'll be here a bit, right? Gotta get my fix. I don't know. I don't really have a specific plan. I'm kind of too tired to move from this chair. But I am gonna make some kind of breakfast soon. Mo doesn't look like he's getting out of bed anytime soon. Yeah, he's passed out. Look at that. I don't think he wants to get out of bed. JJ says, stop noticing me, please, Queen. I'm shy. I asked you a question. You didn't answer it. If you're typing comments in the chat, obviously I'm going to notice you. What a silly thing to say. Don't be rude. Answer my question. Don't be rude. You will answer. ENSC. Do I want to make another trade in this? I don't know. And if I'm not sure, I'm going to lean towards no. Paxton says, yeah, follow Mo's lead and hang out with us. Okay. I am hanging out with you. Kind of. Can we get another move like YXT today? That would be nice. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like ENSC is so unpredictable. I'm not in it. I was thinking about getting in it, but now it's dumping like a turd. So AZI just popped up on my scanner, but it's not doing anything. CYCU, let's take a look at that. I haven't looked at that one yet. I think ENSC, a lot of stocks that are under $1, once they get to $1, then they pull back, or they might go to like 110 or 120 and then pull back. I don't think that thing's going anywhere. But it's so unpredictable that, I don't know. I'm not worried about it. CYCU is not really moving. GAUZ also hit the scanner. Gauze. Gauzy Limited. No volume. No thank you. AZI is still moving on nothing. It's just moving because it likes to move, I guess. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. Trying to get a decent price. VMAR, VMAR, this one's been moving lately. Also popped up. It's so satisfying, that little bloop. So satisfying. VMAR, Vision, Marine, something or other. No volume. 5,000 shares. I'll pass on a frickin' 70-cent stock. Meh. Lame. That's what that is. AZI, on the other hand, I'm just scalping this. I'm not holding for any kind of miracle breakout since this is moving on nothing, but I'm up 5%, and I'll take my little scalpy stock, my little scalpy poo. There we go. Nice little bitty trade there. I am still in MGRX and CLZ, but that's not really doing anything, to be honest. Oh, AZI is really getting some volume in. Do I get in again? Sure. Let's get in again. Uh-oh, did I miss the pullback? No. I got it. I got it. I would have liked a bigger position, but I'm being cautious right now since this is Chinese and there's no news. There's no real catalyst, but it is moving. So I'm just pulling out. That's what he said. Every couple minutes. I'm just taking little scalpy trades on this. Little scalpy poos. Oh gosh. Oops. Let's get another pullback. I think it's going to go to $2 now. I do think it's going to go to $2. What's the high? 187? Although it does have a lot of sellers piling up on level 2. I don't particularly like that, to be honest. Let's see what the next minute holds. Watching MGRX, which is doing nothing. CELZ, which is doing nothing. And AZI, which is the only thing moving. It's now up to 208 was the high. And I'm getting out again. It did break $2. That's impressive. Especially for no news. There we go. All right, so at least I made a little money on that one. Oh, it just halted. I think it just halted at 208. I got out right before the halt. Is it halted? It looks like it's halted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's halted. It is halted. AZI. So that was a good trade. And that's the thing, you know, a lot of Chinese stocks are very risky. They can move, but you just I feel like my personal thought is when a Chinese stock is moving like this on no news, it's best to scalp because you never know when the thing is going to crash into oblivion. Speaking of crashing into oblivion, MGRX, I don't like this at all. But the thing about this stock is that it had a move similar this morning where it came all the way down to 51.87 and then it went all the way back up to 63.58. So I would say that my stop loss for this one is going to be the previous low, pre-market low, 51.87. If it drops below that, I'm out. VMAR is moving up a little bit, but I think this had no volume, right? Yeah, that doesn't have a whole lot of volume. So I'm not a huge fan of that. And just a reminder that super chats are on. Obviously, I'm trading and I'm looking at a lot of things. If you want my attention, you can always accompany your comment with a super chat. If you get some benefit out of this stream, watching the replay later on, you can leave a super thanks. Super chat, super thanks. Somebody is in, yeah, you've already spammed the chat 3 times. You're getting put in timeout. Do not spam the chat. It's annoying. Nobody likes it. I don't owe you shit. JJ won't answer my question, so he or she is getting banned off the channel. You've said a couple things that have rubbed me the wrong way, and you're not answering my question, so goodbye. Andrew says, you never stated pole or hole. I've never heard it worded that way, but that's one way to say it. Yes. Okay, I'm reading through the comments now. I see you talking about me, Andrew and Paxton. You guys having your own little chat there, are you? Have I watched all the parts of 50 Shades of Grey? No, I've never seen the movie. Andrew says, when not having brain fog, he comes up with stuff. Did you ever have COVID? Do you have long COVID or what? Why do you have brain fog? Or do you just naturally have a foggy brain? Just a lot of cobwebs floating up there. What's going on? FVN. What are we doing? MGRX is finally doing something. For fuck's sake. Coming out of the downtrend shit that it's in. What is this shit? Aw. Paxton says we're talking about how much we love you. I know. I know you are. You guys are so cute. I love it when my YouTube subscribers become friends with each other. It's adorable. It really gives a sense of community. Yes. Andrew says, no, the other day it went blank for some reason. Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh. Interesting. Mahone says, I dream of you as my Egyptian queen, as we toil without stop to build your pyramid consumed by heat, thirst, and sheer exhaustion. What the fuck? Joe Schmo likes my style. Thank you for that. I like my style. Mahone, are you Egyptian? Or where the fuck did this fantasy come out of? What the fuck was that? I'm very cursy this morning. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just tired. I know what the problem is. You don't want to hear about it, trust me. You don't want to know. It's none of your business. AZI just opened back up. It's flailing around. Is it raining? What is this noise that I hear? It sounds like an airplane taking off or something. There's lots of weird noises going on right now. I don't know what's going on. But it distracted me from my trade, and I missed my opportunity to get into AZI. Fuck. A very good opportunity too. I did not get a good fill. Hopefully it keeps going up because I did not get the fill that I wanted. I was looking for a $2 fill, but I was distracted by noises in the walls. So now I got filled much higher than I wanted. Josh says I'm so pretty. Thank you for that. Paxton claims that I'm obsessed with him. You think so, do you? Okay, here we go. AZI is moving up. 238. I will take my money and I will go home. Confirm. Okay, so I just made more money. I mean, Chinese stocks, some of them are worth trading because they do have very good moves. It's just they're very risky. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that noise? Can you hear it? Sounds like Morse code. Does anybody know Morse code? Morse code or Morris code? Morse code? I hope it's not another rodent in the wall. That would not make me happy. All right, closely watching AZI. That's really the only thing frickin' moving right now. CELZ, I think, might be having a moment in a minute. I'm also going to poke my head out in a second and see if it's raining as soon as I close my position on AZI. I'm waiting for it to move. I'm watching it like a hawk. Watching, waiting, lurking, waiting to strike. Untrollable is in the house. What's up? 26, 27, 28. Let's get to 56. That's where my sell order is. Come on, you turd. Just move. All right, I don't like how this is stalling out. So I'm lowering my sell order for less than what I want, but I would rather make money than lose money. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's going to blow up as soon as I get out. That's what's going to fucking happen. I know it. Does anybody else hear this strange noise coming from the wall? Should I go investigate it? I feel like if I do, I'm going to miss a good trade, and I don't want to miss a good trade. But I need to know if you can hear it. There we go. Okay, filled. Crap. I'm going to get out of MGRX. Wait. No, it hasn't reached my stop loss yet. I told you my stop loss. But I might reduce my share size, my position size. That's what I mean. MGRX. Oh, that's a pretty small position. I'm not worried about that. Okay. I'm not worried about that position. It's not that much. Have I ever been to Ireland? No. Send me to Ireland. What do I think about SpaceX? I actually just talked about it earlier. You can rewind the video and go back. I don't feel like explaining myself again. I think it's a dumpster fire right now. Adam, Hello, sweetheart. How are you doing? I'm not your sweetheart. You can call me goddess or just nothing. Can I please raise my hand? Do I look stupid? If you're asking me to raise my hand, you probably have an armpit fetish and you're trying to see my armpits for free. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sure there's some women that fall for that, but I will not. Oh. All right, Andrew and Paxton, I'm going back and looking at your conversation here. Paxton says it's him tapping on the window. Creepy. Paxton and Andrew, are you guys arguing whether which one of you is my favorite? Are you guys going to wrestle over it? Okay, wait. AZI is coming back up. Don't distract me. I need to pay attention to what's going on here. Wait, I want level 2 of AZI. Okay. Looks like a giant mountain. Got some pretty good buying pressure, but oh. Let me change the chart here a little bit. MGRX has been terrible, but I'm hoping it turns around because it did do that this morning. What's the low here? 5436. Okay. CELZ has been very disappointing. This had good news. I thought this would have moved more by now. Adam says, long time no see. I don't know who you are. Maybe you chatted with me a long time ago and I don't remember your name. It's hard for me to remember usernames when I can't put a face to the name. AZI is coming back up. CELZ. Figure your shit out. Have I been to France? Or did you mean France? Or is France a place I'm not aware of? I think you meant France. Okay, a lot of other random shit. I'm not missing much. All right, CELZ better shape up in the next 9 minutes because that is the current 15-minute candle. This chart looks like ass and not in a good way. Oh, Paxton says he's been gone for 2 days and he low-key had separation anxiety. Sounds about right. For you. Yes. I can tell. I mean, I don't have to infer anything. You've said how needy you are. Josh says, have you ever been to Greece? I have not. That is actually top of my list of places that I would like to go. Although you just reminded me that I keep forgetting to respond to a German slave who wants me to come out to Germany. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I did just realize I forgot to respond to him. Okay, AZ is dumping. I don't like it. Bailing. I'm out. Wait. There we go. Now I'm out. I sold most of it for a profit, but the last little part was not a profit. It happens. And it was actually just a nice little pullback, it looks like. So I probably should have stayed in, but it looked like it was, did it break this? What's this level? 205. Oh, 205. Yes, it did break the recent low of 205. So the safer move was to bail, but now it's going back up. So fucking figures. Just watching. AZI, MGRX, CELZ. AZI is the one that's really moving, but it's kind of bouncing around a little bit right now. I don't quite know where it's going to go. I feel like it could have another explosive move, but I'm a little hesitant. I'm going to take a small position since I'm not sure. I'm going to take a small position. Oh, it's going. Is it going? Are we going? There we go. Well, regardless, I'm in it now. So, but if it breaks that low again, I'll be out again. I'm not sticking around for a dumpster fire. You know what I mean? But what I will do is sell. Let's see if it closes my order. It really is bouncing all over the place. Damn it. It did not fill my order. It is a little tricky. It moves so quickly, it's hard to catch sometimes. So it pulled back. I don't like that pullback at all. Don't like it. I'm watching AZI. Also watching CELZ out of the corner of my eye. Okay, now AZI is coming back up. Let's fill my order this time, for the love of God. There we go. Perfect. My order just filled. Perfect. I'm happy with it. Did we just break the high here? 254, 258. And to the person I just banned from the channel who was insulting my strategy, look, you do whatever the fuck works for you. I'll do what works for me. I don't want to hear your shit. I'm not here for you to insult me. If you want to degrade somebody, you've got the wrong channel. I suggest you go somewhere else. I have no patience for it. If you want to talk about stocks and stocks that you're trading and a strategy that you want to talk about, then that's fine. But don't put your shit on me, please. I have no patience for that. Paxton says the neediness does not stop. Obviously. Obviously. Everybody knows that you're very needy. I was going to say something else, but I stopped myself. AZI got to 258 and then pulled back. I'm watching it. I do think it's going to make another move here shortly. We'll see what happens. I am 2 seconds away from giving up on CELZ. I'm tired of looking at it, to be honest. With the news that it had this morning, I would have expected more out of it, but such is life. I'm watching AZI right now. All right, I think it is time for me to remove myself from CELZ. It is not doing what I expected it to do, even though it does have good news. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that one. Could go either way. I was going to get out, but then I looked at level 2 and there's a lot of buyers, but there's also a lot of sellers, so I'm just not sure. Let me look at the 5-minute chart. Let me look at the 15-minute chart. Okay. We're going to give it to the end of this 15-minute candle and then a couple minutes to see if it turns around in the next 15-minute candle. So I'm going to give it about 3 minutes, and if there's still no turnaround, then I'm out. That's my final decision. Decision. Chris says AZI is dropping. No, it's not. I'm looking right at it. It's not dropping. Are you saying that it will drop? Is that your prediction? There's a large seller at 225, but walls can also always disappear with a quickness out of nowhere. Now it's dropping, 214, 217, but it still hasn't even broken the recent low. So I would not say that this stock is dropping necessarily. Are you hoping it'll drop? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you shorting it? Paxton says he has another call coming up and he wants to be remembered fondly and not as a needy nerd. Okay. Good luck with your call. But he's also threatening to throw a tantrum. He's asking, was I going to call him a baby? No. That's not what I was going to say. Okay. CELZ is getting a little life back in it. Oh, okay. Chris, I like the honesty. He says that he was trying to short it and he said it was wishful thinking. Well, I mean, Chinese stocks can be good to short, but I don't know if this one's ready to be shorted yet. It did get rejected at 258, but it's holding. The low is 211, but it had this recent low of 198. So unless it breaks 198, it could do a double top or double bottom at 198 though. We also have VWAP right around that area too. So I would say I wouldn't be shorting this until it broke VWAP personally, but that's just my opinion. He's still new. Well, you shouldn't be shorting if you're new. Shorting is very dangerous. Shorting can be very dangerous. You can get caught in a short squeeze, my friend. I mean, I would think that you should practice going long and getting a solid strategy with that first before you start shorting, but that's just my opinion. All right, we are getting close to 198. It bounced at 98. I'm watching it. CELZ looked like it was going to move, and then, alas, came back down. I'm watching. If AZI breaks 198, I will get out. I'll do it. I'll get out. BRLT just popped up on my scanner. I'm not even looking at it because I've got too much other shit on my plate at the moment. Chris says that's why I'm here to listen. Wow. Oh, my foot just fell asleep. Uh-oh, we're going to break 198? Oh, it's so close. Hold on, let me make sure I don't have any open orders. Yes. AZI. Normally, I would be trading with hotkeys, but I had a hard time setting up hotkeys on this computer. I still really never got around to it. Bass Hunter just subscribed looking at me. Okay. My channel's kind of full of weird shit, so I hope you're ready for that. Oh. Chris said he made his money from prediction markets and now he's trying big boy stocks. Have you been paper trading stocks though first? Because you should start paper trading first. Don't be using real money yet until you've figured your strategy out. You need to study and do paper trading before you're doing real money, my friend. GR says, I look stunning. Thank you for that. 198. It is really, oh, there we go. 197. Now it broke. Okay, now I'm out. I'm going to get out. I'm getting out. 98, 99. I don't know. It just came right back up. I'm going to be safe. Yeah, I got out. As you can tell by the boop. Boop. I'm out. All right. I don't really like how anything else is going here. I've been extremely disappointed. MGRX. What a load of crap that is. I mean, AZI broke 198 for like a second, but it's not dropping. If you were shorting this, I would probably get out if I were you. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it's doing a solid drop like Chinese stocks usually do. So I would be a little nervous if I were you. I also have to pee, but there's nothing you guys can do about that. Here it comes back to the 199, 203, 203. Ooh, CELZ just finally had a nice high volume green candle. For the love of God, it's about frickin' time. Is this going to move up for now? Can we actually see a move up? Yeah, this is Struggle Bus today. Good morning, deuces. Some of these comments, I gotta save this for later. I'm gonna read this later. I'm gonna read your comments on my Instagram. It's just too good. I'll read it right now though. The description of a beautiful moon shining over calm, pearly waters is still not enough to describe your beauty. Wow. I hope you were a poet because that was beautiful. That touched my soul. Yes. And the fact that you people say shit like this when I just woke up and I have no makeup on and I've barely had enough coffee is astounding. Chris says, just the information coming out from the Chinese economy has me unsure of the stock. Well, that shouldn't really have anything to do with how you're trading a Chinese penny stock, though. Donnie says, very beautiful nails. Thank you for that. When you're day trading, you're not really most of the time looking at a company's fundamentals. DFR says, I'm too old to do this shit. What, to trade? I'm too old for trading? For day trading? That doesn't make any sense. Stop embarrassing yourself with your stupid comments. What a moron. Chris says Chinese state owns and controls majority. Yes, well, regardless. Chinese stocks can have massive moves up and then massive dumps down. So that's why I prefer to scalp them as they're going up. And then when I see them starting to drop like this one did, I get out. I'm out of it. I'm not trading it right now. And actually, I lied about the short. It is going down. Are you still in your short position? And Joe says, yes, it's a communist state. That's why they own and control the majority of their stocks. Absolutely. The state owns everything. Exactly. And they control everything. Exactly. Where's the coffee? And I need water, actually. Let's get some water to rehydrate. Whoops. Too old for this shit. You're too old to be saying shit like that, fucker. loser. I am too old to be dealing with people like that. Oh! Don't mind me, just grumbling. Ugh. Cold water is so refreshing. Type a C in the chat if you like your water cold. Type a P if you like it piss warm. I need to know. My Australian ex-boyfriend always liked his water room temperature, which I thought was very weird. What do I think about India? I don't really have an opinion on it. Monza likes his or her water cold. Good choice. Joe says C, of course. It's not of course, though, because there's some people that do like it piss warm and like room temperature. I'm just saying. Monza is from Sydney, but likes his or her water cold. Most of you like it cold. Okay, so I'm not abnormal. Well, I am abnormal in some ways, but I'm normal when it comes to my love of cold water. Are there any people in the chat who like piss warm water? I need to know. Where are the piss lovers? Ah, Tori confesses that he is a room temp guy, aka piss warm. Yes. Joe says we are all a little abnormal. Well, if everybody was abnormal, then who would be normal? Something to think about. Monza says, yes, it is refreshing. I feel refreshed. And now I'm going to drink more coffee. But it's really making me have to pee, though. The toilet is only about 5 feet away, but I don't know if I can be bothered to get up. Maybe I'll just let it run down my leg. INFJ. I am also an INFJ. Fun fact. It says, no, I effing hate piss warm water. Yeah, you and me both. But some people like it that way. Like Tori. He confessed. And part of his reasoning, or her reasoning, I'm assuming you guys are men unless you tell me you're women. Part of his reasoning says because he can inhale water faster when it's room temperature. There you have it. I mean, that makes sense. I get it. I do get brain freeze if I drink water too fast that's cold. But I'll take brain freeze with the refreshing taste of water, of cold water. The time here is 10:41 a.m. and I have to pee so bad. That's really the only thing I can think about right now. INFJ is a dude. Is INFJ your Myers-Briggs result? Is that what it is? JZXN, I guess we'll look it up. Popped up on the scanner. JZX to the N. I don't really like that. It's got good volume, actually. Let's see if there's anything new. JZXN. 3% short float, 1.39 float. No new news. Chinese. Okay, so is today a day where we're just having Chinese stocks randomly moving? Maybe. Joe is an ENFP. Wow. Wait, did INFJ? No, he didn't answer my question. Haved randomly says wedding. Don't know what you're talking about. INFJ says he's a true INFJ with a well-bridged TITE. I'm not quite sure what that means. It's been a while since I took that test. And by a while, I mean, how old am I? Like 23 years. So maybe I've changed. since then. Ooh, CELZ is finally getting some frickin' volume and moving. It's about frickin' time. You know, I've been waiting on this for like, I don't even know how long. Did our short friend finish shorting AZI? I want to know if I hope he made some profit. It is going down now. It would be a good short now after it broke that 198. I hope he made money. See, I wish nothing but the best for people. I want everybody to make money. Why can't we all live in harmony and wish everybody the best? Why do we have to put other people down? I don't understand. Why would you wish ill upon other people? I don't get it. Paxton's back. Welcome back. George wants to be banned from the channel for saying inappropriate things. Goodbye. Paxton is wondering what I was going to say earlier. I have no idea. I have no idea what I was going to say earlier. INFJ proposes that we F money and bring back barter and trade and see who survives. Interesting. Good morning, Wesley. It's been okay. I feel a little bit more alive. I think the coffee has helped. But I do really have to pee. Yes. Tori says, you can't spend money after you're buried. I make money to spend money or give it away. Well, you know, a lot of people make money for their families, for their children, for their offspring. You know what I mean? And, you know, I agree with you in the sense that I have one friend in particular I can think of, and I have other friends like this too, but this particular friend was a pharmacist. And her and her husband didn't spend money on anything. They were always saving money. Like, they never took vacations. They're saving for retirement. And as someone who works with retired people with illnesses and all kinds of things, people have this misconception that you're going to get to retirement and have like a blast. But unfortunately, for a lot of people, by the time you get to retirement, you have some sort of illness or you get ill. And it's not always the enjoyable period of life that people think it's going to be. So I personally think you're better off spending a little money when you're young and healthy and can enjoy it versus saving every frickin' penny until you're old and decrepit and can't really do much. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. What do you think about that? Ricky is asking if I'm single. I am single, and this is not a dating app. Good morning, programmer. He bows down to me. I'm glad to hear that. Everybody in the chat should be on their knees, all 129 of you. Dex agrees with me. Yes. Joe says, get busy living or get busy dying. Exactly. Stuart also says wise words. Look, and I'm not saying to spend all your money frivolously as a young person and not have anything left when you get old. You know, of course you do want to save to be able to take care of yourself as you get older, but I just think that so many people have this misconception of saving. You have to save all your money until you get older, but like you can't really enjoy it at that point. Wesley says it costs a lot to live. It sure does. It is expensive. Yes. Wesley says, I spend basically as fast as I get it. I would say that's, you know, a lot of people in life. You know what I mean? You're not alone. I think a lot of people are in that position. INFJ says, nice meeting you. Take care. Take care, fellow INFJer. I wonder how many of us there are. The INFJ club. Does anybody else know their Myers-Briggs? I don't know, is there a name for that? Like the 4 letters? Do you know what yours are? CELZ, I'm still in it. I'm glad I didn't sell yet, but can we at least get a pre-market high break? I'd appreciate it. MGRX looks deader than a doornail. What's the low? 51.87 is what I said I was going to get out at. And it broke that, so I'm out. Let me get the hell out. All right. I'm out of MGRX. It broke my stop loss that I had, so I stuck to my rule. We talk about strategies. You hear me talking about my strategy. I'm looking at levels. I'm looking how the stock is moving. I look at previous lows, previous highs, and determine where I'm going to get in and out based on all that. Tori says, I'm new to all these acronyms. Well, INFJ refers to the Myers-Briggs personality test. There's 4 different categories, and it's actually, especially if you're a young, CELZ is really moving right now. Let me close part of my trade here. It's especially helpful if you're a young person. Like, I took it when I was in college to help me figure out like what I should do with my life. So it's good for figuring out like a career or a job that fits your personality. That's what Myers-Briggs is. All the other 4-letter words, letters that I'm giving you, like CELZ, AZI is only 3 letters, but whatever. Those are stock tickers because I'm day trading right now, not related to the Myers-Briggs test, if there's anybody who's confused. What's my favorite time in history? Well, I think right now I'm currently in 1954. Wait, my order just filled for half my position. Did we just break the pre-market high? No, we got to 133. Is it going to break 137? I don't know if I want to stick around to find out, to be honest. I'm going to sell most of my, it did just break, and it just halted. I was about to get out, but then it halted. Okay. I'm up 12%. I guess I'm okay with that. All right. CELZ just halted up. I told you, somebody was asking about intuition with stocks. I said that I had an intuition that this one would eventually get some volume and go up. And that did happen. It doesn't always happen that way. I'm not always right. But that was what my intuition was telling me about CELZ. Is this the last day of your road trip? It is. Today is the very last day. It's a sad day. I'm going to spend some time the next few days while relaxing. And I'm going to try to make some videos for YouTube about, ooh, I really got to pee. I'm going to mute you guys so you can't hear me pee, and I'll be back. You can keep an eye on Mo for me while I pee, okay? Make sure he doesn't do anything naughty. You're going to watch him while I go pee. Did he behave himself? I hope so. I hope you were watching him very closely. All right, let's see. CELZ halted at 10:50, which means it'll open at 10:55. And 59 seconds. So, you know, more like 10:56, really. Where is it? I looked at the levels earlier, but I don't remember. We broke the 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart. Ooh, so 246 is a level. I think it's going to break that easily with this halt. The next level after that is $3.18. So we could be seeing a significant move in this after this halt. I'm just saying. I don't know for sure, but also at this point, I would be looking at some psychological levels. We're at 140 right now, so the next psychological level will be like 150. I never go for the exact level. I usually do like 2 to 10 cents below the level. So if I'm looking for an out, hold on, let me put some sell orders in before it opens back up, and then I can talk more. We'll do half, confirm, and then we will do 192. You know what, I want to change that really quick. Sorry, I'm trying to put some sell orders in real quick before it opens. Confirm. Okay, so I'm doing a small sell order. I'll just tell you, at 174, because I think some psychological levels that we could see with this would be, oh wait, it just opened back up. 147, 148, we just broke 150. I figured it was going to break 150 pretty quickly. So next big level would be $2, but I think 174 in between is kind of like a moderate psychological level. I think it just halted again at 160. Dang, that was quick. So now it'll be, since it halted so quickly after the first halt, it'll probably now be a 10-minute or 15-minute halt next. I'm still putting my sell orders in. How many shares do I have? Okay. So I have a small sell order at 174. Oh, hold on. Let's see, 100. And then, oh, okay, whoops. And then I'm gonna do another order at a little bit below $2. So $2, you know, a whole and $0.50 would be big psychological levels, but a lot of times it doesn't go right to $2 or like right to the level. So like I said, I usually do 2 to 10 cents below the level that I'm thinking. So we'll do 100. Actually, we'll do 150 at that level. Continue. Confirm. So I've got 2 orders. When this when this opens back up to see if it sells, we'll see. Oh. Joe Schmo says mo money, mo problems. Yes. He hasn't even gone outside yet. He needs to get his ass out of bed. Doggy, are you ready to get up? You don't like getting out of bed. Do you need to go potty? Okay. I guess it's time to go outside. Maybe we'll give you the little outdoor tour while we're at it. We're on the move. Don't you jump off that bed. You're going to break a leg. Come here. Come, let me pick you up, crazy. Come here. All right. You want to see the outside of this place? It's so cute. So, keep in mind, I said we're going back in time. Going through our time machine. Oops, that's locked. Come on, want to go potties? Oh, Mo found a lizard. You ready for this? Isn't that cute? Adorable. This way. Where are you going? Come here. Florida. I wasn't talking to you. Come here. All right, you're spacing out. Let's go. He's about to walk into a giant spider web. Oh, gross. He just walked through a spider web. Oops. Come on, puppy. Let's go. Are you hungry? Okay, time for breakfast. You want some oatmeal this morning? He's been wanting oatmeal over his regular food. Come on, puppy. Let's go. Are you hungry? Come on, let's go make some breakfast. He wants to go for a walk. We can't go for a walk yet. Come on. Breakfast. Let's go. In. Don't make me come get you. Come on. Let's go. In. Ow. Look at these things over here. That's very phallic looking. What do you think? Does anybody need an iron? All right, come on, let's go. Up. Come on. Good puppy. What a good puppy. He wants to stay out here and sit in the sun, I can tell. We're not sunbathing today, babe. You can do that when we get home. He's a sunbather. Okay. Go on, in. Good puppy. What a good boy. You hungry? All right, we're gonna try to feed you. Hold on, let me check see where we are in this stock halt. Oh, it opened. It closed my one position and then it halted down 149. That was quick. Let me see something. I'm up 19% still, even with the drop. Okay. So, we'll see what happens. It got to a high of 175 before it pulled back CELZ. What are you doing? No, we're not sitting on mommy's shirt. No, you have a blanket right there to sit on. Get off my shirt, please. Get off my shirt, please. Come on. Sit on your blanket. Blanket. Go on your blanket. You don't sit on the mommy clothes. Move. Move. Get out of here. Go. Go. Do you want breakfast or not? Get off my shirt. Go. 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 Lose the tude. Go. Go. Get out of here. What a brat. You see what I have to put up with? Now what are you doing? You're sticking your nose in my bag? You little brat. Come on, let's eat breakfast. Crazy. Psycho-ass dog. Yeah, mommy's shirt is better, exactly. Well, I don't like him laying on my clothing. He always does it though. I'll drop a pair of shorts on the ground and walk away for 2 seconds and he's laying on them, and then he gets, as Andrew knows, he gets his shirt all over, or his fur all over my shirt. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, let's see if he wants the dry food. If not, I'm gonna make him oatmeal. Have I seen The Odyssey yet? No. Is that a movie? Everybody's talking about how cute my dog is until they see him when he gets pissed off about something. Then he's not so cute. That is not cute behavior, sir. Go eat your breakfast. Do you want some doggy food? Come on. Wait, let's see when the stock is going to open first. CELZ 1102. Ooh, I got to check out of here by 12. So we're going to wait until the stock opens back up, and then I'm probably going to go. 1102, it'll open up at either 1107 or 1112. So a couple minutes to, I don't know, more than that. Let's see if I can get Doggy to eat some of his breakfast. Are you hungry? Come here. Come here. Let's come here. You want to eat? Come here, puppy. Mama, hungry? You want food? Come here. Come eat. Come here, puppy. Come on. You want food? Okay. Guess he's not ready yet. He's pouting. I think he's pouting because I took him off my shirt. Spoiled brat. What can I say? Paxton says he personally always tries to be cute and polite like Mo. Did you see Mo 2 seconds ago? Because he was not exactly cute or polite. King says, I can give you a better life if you like to. I don't know who you are or what you mean by that, but, you know, if you're so desperate to give me a happy life, go ahead and start sending some super chats. Less talking, more sending. That's what I say. That's what she said. It's a little chilly in here. I think I'm gonna put my sweater on. Ah! Oops, I almost broke my computer. Where's my water? Where the hell did I put it? Paxton says he also likes mommy's shirt. Sleeping on it? You would. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Alright, you know what? I better put in this other sell order in case this drops to oblivion when it open. It just opened. Hold on. 175. The order is for 150. Sell 25. Okay. CELZ is open. It's at 150. I'm watching to see which direction we're going to go here. 152, 153. I'd love to see it get to 198. I don't know if that's going to happen though. Watching CELZ. Looks like it's starting to go down a little bit. BYAH just popped up on my scanner. I'm not trading anything else new because I have to leave soon. This will be my last trade. I'm just trying to see which direction we're going here. 150. Hold on, I'll check the chat in a minute. I'm watching this very closely. CELZ. Okay. Every time it dips down, it gets bought back up, which is a good thing. Nope, now it's dipping. All right, I'm gonna get out. I still haven't gotten out. I adjusted my sell order. Oops. One. Let's do 144. Oops. Gosh, it's hard to get it right. It doesn't want to go right where I want it. 145. Let's see. I'm still watching CELZ. One. I do think this is probably going to go higher, but because for the sake of time, I have to leave soon. Let me go ahead and close. There we go. Okay, so I go ahead and close my position, probably a little premature. But I do have to leave soon, so I need to get ready to do that. 11:10. Do I want to put some makeup on? I did wash my face. I shouldn't have sold yet because I could be watching it while I put some makeup on. But I also have to pack the car. More coffee. I need breakfast. Joe says, where to next? Home. That's where I'm going next, is home. I'm going to have probably a little breakfast here. So I am up for the day, not much. It's a small green day for me. It was not the easiest day trading, to be honest, like I mentioned. So I am in profit. This is a good time to stop, especially in a day like today's where it's not good. Because just the other day, I'll be honest with you, you know what I fucking did? I was up about $300 on the day. It was a slow day, but I had managed to do that in the morning, and then I tried to trade in the afternoon, and I lost all of it. So I'm gonna walk away while I'm ahead. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Sleep. Wait, let me turn off the sound first. And sleep. Okay, so now I need to focus on, and actually before I do that, I'm gonna show you my setup here once again. How this works. So it plugs into the side here. So we unplug it. This does get a little top heavy because these hang on the top monitor, but I just pull it apart and then it folds in like a book. I can't ever remember which one. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And then I just wrap it up. Sorry about my butt in your face. So I kept the box that it came in for traveling, and I just put it right in the box. How cool is that? Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I know, it's pretty cool. And then it just folds up. Paxton says I can pack the car for you. I wish. Joe says know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Exactly. Exactly. That's what it's all about. And the other thing for me, because the thing I found, this is another little tip for anybody that wants to get into day trading. So I have the scanners that pop up on my phone when stocks are moving. And what's really gotten me in trouble is when stocks pop up, I'm like, oh, I'll just go check it and see what it's doing. And then I start taking afternoon trades, and that's when I lose money. So sometimes, like right now, I turn off the notifications for the scanner. Excuse me, that is important. So we turn off the notifications for the scanner so then I don't get the notifications and I won't be tempted to go look. Allow? No, we don't allow. Okay, there you have it. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. I wish I had time for a workout, but I just don't have the energy for a workout anyways. But I'm gonna put some clothes on, eat a little breakfast, and then I think we're gonna go check out Amelia Island for a little bit and then head home. And then, what's today? Thursday? Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy to do a stream tonight, my usual Thursday. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably won't, to be honest with you. I kind of want to just relax the rest of the evening. But I will be back live tomorrow morning for trading for sure. From the house. If you guys remember what my house looks like. Yes, it's still on. I'm still going. All right, so that's all I got. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Go watch all my videos. Go follow me on every social media platform, Instagram, X, everything else. That's your task for the day. Turn on notifications so that you know when I'm on, because I expect you to be at every live stream on your knees. You know. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.